Have you ever, really stopped to listen? I mean, really listen to that conversation that's always going on inside your head. It's maybe the most important one you have all day, every day. Not the big work meeting, not the chat with your partner, this one. It's just there, right? Sometimes quiet, sometimes pretty loud, your biggest fan, or let's be honest, sometimes your harshest critic. We all have it. It's constantly shaping things. But how often do we actually, step in and direct it, use its power?
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into the profound power of that inner voice. We've been digging into this material called Lead Your Life, Master Your Inner Voice. And what we're finding is, wow, this self-talk, it's not just background chatter. It's literally the blueprint for everything, for your reality. And this isn't just like theory. It's about real shifts, tangible ones, how you see yourself, how you see the world.
Exactly. And our mission today really is to give you, the listener, some practical, actionable stuff. Strategies you can actually use. This isn't about just sitting back and listening. We want to hand you the tools to actively transform that inner dialogue. Think about moving from, let's call it self-sabotage, where your own thoughts hold you back, to self-leadership, where you're consciously guiding your thoughts, your internal narrative toward what you really value, like a CEO leading their own minds, right? You'll find real steps here, practical things to shift your mindset, and maybe start rewriting your future, starting like today.
Yeah, we're going way beyond just surface advice here. This deep dive, it's packed. Surprising insights, real-world stuff you can apply. We're talking about, finally getting over that procrastination we all struggle with sometimes, or building that solid, unwavering self-respect, the kind that holds you steady no matter what life throws at you. It's about turning that inner world from, a prison of doubt into a launch pad for real growth, real achievement.
And the core idea, the central truth that really shines through in this material, it's simple, honestly revolutionary. The way you speak to yourself, it fundamentally shapes how you live your life, period. It's kind of a harsh truth, isn't it? Many of us talk to ourselves in ways we'd never let a friend talk to us. We tear ourselves down, repeat these negative scripts day in, day out, and then we wonder why we feel stuck. But what if changing that conversation consciously for just, say, 5 days? What if that could start to rewrite everything? It sounds bold, I know. But it's rooted in consistent focus. Neuroscience even backs this up, right? Neuroplasticity. Tiny consistent shifts in thought. They actually start forging new pathways in the brain. Even in a short time, it builds momentum.
Okay, so let's unpack this first big idea, this foundational concept that really jumped out, our inner voice. It's not just commentary, right? The material calls it an architect, a master builder.
An architect, I like that.
Yeah, and it's always working, either building you up, creating this strong sense of self, or sadly, kind of systematically tearing you down brick by brick. I mean, think about it. If you're constantly telling yourself, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'll never manage this, well, the material is super clear.
Yeah.
You will live, that's true. It just becomes your reality, a self-fulfilling thing. It's like, imagine having this invisible person following you around all day, and they just whisper critiques nonstop. Remember when you failed at that? You're not good enough for this. You'll mess it up. You wouldn't stand for it, would you? You'd tell them to get lost. Immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Cut them off.
Yet, our own inner critic, we often let it run wild, saying far worse things more often, silently messing with our choices, our potential. So I guess the question for you listening right now is, what kind of architect is your inner voice right now? Is it building you up, laying a good foundation, or is it maybe tearing things down, building walls that keep you stuck?
That analogy, the architect or the bad friend, it really sets up what's so key here, which is the material's focus on action, not just, oh, I noticed I'm negative. That's step one, sure, but it's not enough.
Right. It's not just awareness.
No, it calls for active engagement. It says it's about speaking the right words at the right time to build the mindset that carries you forward. It's demanding, really. It demands you become a participant in your own transformation, not just an observer. And when we talk about choosing your words consciously, consistently, it's not just, positive thinking fluff. There's real science here. Neuroscience shows this kind of deliberate language shift can literally rewire your brain over time.
Rewire?
Yeah, your neural pathways. Think of it like neurons that fire together, wire together. Heard that before.
Hebb's Law, right.
Exactly. So every time you consciously choose, say, I'm learning instead of I'm failing, you're strengthening a new connection. You're building a better mental highway for the thoughts you want. It solidifies a new identity almost. Now, this isn't magic, not overnight. It's presented as a practice, deliberate, ongoing. but it promises real results. Building that mental muscle memory, our brains are incredibly adaptable, plastic. They change based on our thoughts, our self-talk.
Okay, this next part, this is where it gets really interesting and maybe a little uncomfortable for some of us. I know it was for me. We've all done it, haven't we? Blamed things outside ourselves when we feel stuck.
Oh, definitely. Not enough time, not enough money.
Bad luck, yeah. But this material argues the real roadblock is closer to home. It's insidious. It's how we talk to ourselves when nobody's listening. That quiet voice, I'm just lazy. I can't focus. I'm not cut out for this. And it makes this critical distinction. It's subtle but huge. It's about the words we use. There's a massive difference between saying, okay, I didn't manage my time well today, which is just observing a behavior, and declaring, I am lazy.
One's an action, the other's an identity label.
Exactly. Or I got distracted versus I can't focus. See the difference?
It's huge.
These labels, the material says, they aren't honest self-assessment. They're actually self-destruction. It's like building your future on these lies that just through repetition become baked into your identity. You start believing them.
And then change feels impossible.
Right.
Because it's who you are.
Right.
Which brings up this really liberating question, actually. What are we doing when we slap that lazy label on ourselves?
Yeah.
Or unfocused? Look, from an expert viewpoint, and totally aligned with this material,
Yeah.
you weren't born lazy. Nobody is. You were born with potential, with strength, the ability to adapt. Laziness isn't some fixed trait you're stuck with.
It's a behavior.
It's just a behavior, a pattern of actions or inactions and behaviors that can absolutely be changed with intention, with effort. It's pure growth mindset stuff. And the material is so clear on this. Shame. It just weakens you.
Yeah. It paralyzes you.
Totally. Telling yourself you're inherently flawed or lazy just drains your energy, shuts down the smart part of your brain, makes change harder.
Yeah.
What you actually need isn't shame. It's clarity about your patterns. You need structure. You need accountability.
Yeah.
It's about shifting from beating yourself up to, well, improving yourself. Self-improvement, not self-punishment.
Right.
So instead of I'm lazy, the suggested reframe is powerful. Something like, okay, I didn't follow through today. That was a behavior, not me. I can do better tomorrow. I can plan better, show up stronger, take one step, and I will.
That feels completely different. It's got energy, agency.
It's the language of resilience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of results.
And the great thing is, it doesn't just point out the problem. It gives concrete steps, strategies to stop calling yourself lazy and start building discipline. First, it says start with honesty. But like kind honesty, not beating yourself up.
Gentle honesty.
Yeah, asking specific questions. What did I actually avoid today? Why did I pick comfort over, progress? The goal isn't self-flagellation. It's understanding the why, the triggers, the patterns, like a detective. Second step, reframe your words. Ditch the labels. Stop branding yourself. Instead of, I'm lazy, say, okay, I didn't push myself today. I avoided discomfort, but that's not who I am. I'm fixing it.
Precise assessment, not a life sentence.
Exactly. Third, build small wins. Right away, like the moment you wake up. Before the phone, before anything, maybe say out loud, I'm awake, I owe myself progress.
Just setting that intention.
Yeah, and then immediately do something small. Make the bed. Drink water. Write down one thing for the day. Move for 5 minutes. These aren't just chores, they're momentum builders. Tiny acts of self-trust. And the fourth strategy, end with strength. At the end of the day, review it. Honestly, but not critically. Ask, where did I win? Where did I slip up? Not for judgment, just data collection, like reviewing game film.
Learning from it.
Right. And no matter what happened, affirm something like, okay, today wasn't perfect, that's fine, but I moved forward. Maybe just a little. I didn't quit. Tomorrow, stronger, wiser.
That consistent positive self-coaching, that's how change sticks. So why should you, listening now, really care about this internal language shift? Because, as the material highlights, the people who succeed, who win in life, they're necessarily superheroes. They just tell themselves a different story, a better story.
It's the narrative.
It really is. They don't carry the shame of yesterday's slip-ups into today. They carry the discipline. They carry the lessons, the commitment to show up again. And this isn't some secret sauce for the elite. It's a practice. Anyone can adopt it. You can adopt it to build that better inner voice, the one that drives you, doesn't drag you down. It's about building that proactive identity. You're not just changing words, you're changing who you believe you are.
Oh, that feeling. We've all had it, right? That sort of heavy, nagging thought, end of the day, end of the week maybe. I could have done more. I could have used today better. I wasted that time.
Yeah, the coulda, shoulda, woulda feeling.
Exactly. And the material suggests that real change, like deep change, doesn't happen when life magically gets easier. It happens when you get genuinely, deeply fed up with wasting your own time. That point where you just say, enough. And time. It's not just numbers on a clock, is it? The material really hammers this home. Time is your life.
It's the currency of life. Non-renewable.
Right. Your one shot. And how you talk about it internally especially defines how you actually live it. Most of us, though, we normalize delay. I'll do it later, tomorrow. Sounds harmless, right?
So easy to say.
But then later turns into weeks, months. Years fly by, filled with regret, that comfort of putting things off. The material warns it breeds regret, not breakthroughs. It's a trap.
And what's really striking here, host, is the direct link it draws between language and urgency. Our internal words drive our sense of nowness. It highlights this huge difference between saying, oh, I'll try again tomorrow after a wasted day, and looking yourself in the eye, metaphorically, and declaring, this is not who I want to be. This is not how I spend my life.
Wow. Yeah, that lands differently.
Totally. One gives you permission to just drift,
Yeah.
to stay stuck. It almost justifies it. The other, it demands change. No, it lights a fire. It activates something deep inside. Personal responsibility kicks in. And the emphasis isn't on guilt or shame. Those feelings rarely fuel positive action long term. They just wear you down.
Right, they're heavy.
Exactly. What you need is clarity about what matters and urgency, a real driving urgency to act on it. It's about developing that inner dialogue where you can genuinely say, okay, no more pause button. Life is happening now. This isn't just happy thoughts. It's the self-talk of a leader, someone who evaluates, adjusts, and crucially moves, doesn't negotiate with later. That voice cultivates purpose. It pushes your actions to match your aspirations.
And again, it gives us actionable stuff. Powerful practices to build that urgency, that respect for your own time. First, a strong morning affirmation. Like, before you do anything else, sit up, breathe, say it out loud. My time matters today. I don't have days to waste.
Set the tone immediately.
Yeah, and it's a say it even when you're tired, even when you're not motivated. Say it till it sinks in. Repetition builds belief, belief builds action. Second, learn to talk back to delay. That little voice whispering, later.
The comfort-seeking voice.
You got to respond firmly. Nope, said that before. It cost me time, cost me opportunities. Not saying it again. It's like drawing a line. The sound of someone ready for change. Third, aim for accountable days. Not perfect days, accountable ones.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
It means, end of the day, be brutally honest. What did I do? What did I avoid? Where did I lose focus? No judgment, just facts. Data for tomorrow. And finally, use empowering declarations during the day, like little booster shots. Things like, this next hour is mine, purposefully. Or, not wasting today, it matters. Or even, wasted enough time already, not repeating that version of me.
Like commands to yourself, refocusing.
Exactly. Mental anchors to keep you on track.
And these words, host, they're not just fluff. They are habit builders. They actively rebuild your discipline, your relationship with time itself. The material makes this really striking point. People with maybe less raw talent than you, they often achieve more. Why? Because they talk to themselves differently. That's the quote that stuck with me. When they waste a day, they don't make excuses. They admit it, honestly. That wasn't good enough. That was a choice. Let's fix it now.
Yeah.
They don't wait for New Year's or Monday to demand self-respect. They demand it today, this moment. It's about turning that feeling of being fed up into immediate, disciplined self-talk, building that internal urgency, making sure your actions actually line up with what you say you want, starting right now, living in congruence.
Okay, how many times have we done this? Vaguely told ourselves things like, I need to do better, or gotta be more consistent.
Or the classic, I need to get my life together.
Totally. The material calls these empty phrases, phrases that actually stop real change. Because think about it, do better. What does that even mean? It's too vague.
No clear action attached.
Exactly. The real turning point isn't when someone else tells you to change, it's when you tell yourself, clearly, directly, no excuses, exactly what needs to change. This problem with vagueness, it's huge, isn't it? If you're not specific, the material argues you're just not serious.
That's a strong statement. But it makes sense.
It does. It lets your mind stay fuzzy, comfortable. No actual action required. You can't fix what you won't clearly name.
Vague intentions just evaporate. No traction. Your brain needs specifics to make a plan. And remember, guilt weakens you, traps you. But truth, even uncomfortable truth, it sets you free. So here's the challenge for everyone listening, maybe even for us. Are you willing to actually sit down, no distractions, phone off, And ask yourself some tough, specific questions. The material suggests ones like, what am I doing every day that slows me down? Like, specifically.
Okay.
What choices specifically keep me stuck? Not circumstances, choices. What habits are actually pulling me away from the life I want? Be precise.
Those aren't easy questions.
No, they're not meant to be easy. They're meant to generate clarity. Pinpoint the exact levers for change, and then you have to answer them with that brutal, unflinching honesty. The material gives examples of what this sounds like, that late-night scrolling habit. You say clearly, I need to stop scrolling at night. It's wrecking my focus, period.
No excuses like, I need to wind down.
Nope. Just the truth. Wasting mornings.
Yeah.
Admit it. I've been throwing away my best hours. That ends now.
Yeah.
Avoiding big goals because you're scared.
Yeah.
Face it. I've been avoiding X because I'm afraid. I need to face it today.
Mm-hmm.
See how direct that is? It cuts through the BS. Gets straight to the point, activates the problem-solving part of your brain.
And that level of honesty, yeah, it might sting for a second, but wow, it unlocks immediate power. Real change comes from precision, the material says, not hype, not temporary motivation. Precision.
Most people fail because they stay vague.
Exactly. Getting my life together means nothing until you define it specifically.
Right. Break it down.
Maybe for you it means wake up at 6 a.m., no snooze, that's specific. Or delete the distracting apps from my phone today, specific. Or create a time block schedule for my deep work, stick to it for 1 hour, specific, actionable. And this one change today idea is key. Don't try to fix everything at once, that's overwhelming. Pick one thing, the habit costing you the most, name it out loud, and commit. This changes today.
That single clear commitment moves the needle more than anything. And this whole precision thing, it's not a one-off. It's a daily practice, a muscle.
Hmm.
When you don't finish something, ask why. Specifically. Curious, not condemning. Goal delayed. Look at your choices, your behaviors, not the circumstances. Stop letting yourself off the hook.
Like instead of, I'm not a morning person for hitting snooze.
Right, say, I'm choosing comfort over growth right now. Own the choice.
Or instead of, it's been busy for lack of progress.
Say, I've been avoiding my priorities. Truth.
Ouch. But freeing.
Exactly. The words might sting, but they liberate you. Deep down, you already know what's holding you back. You've just been avoiding saying it clearly to yourself. Change happens when you lead yourself with truth. Not excuses, it's your responsibility. That's where progress is forged. Self-awareness leads to self-correction.
Complaining, it feels easy sometimes, doesn't it? Like a quick release valve.
A little vent.
Yeah, but the stark truth, according to this material, is it solves nothing. Zero. Zilch. It doesn't move you forward. Doesn't clear the path. Doesn't fix the issue.
All it really does is drain your energy, put your brain in that negative loop, and keeps you stuck right where you are.
And here's the part that's kind of unsettling. Every time you complain, you're basically rehearsing the problem.
Reinforcing it.
Exactly. You're digging those negative neural pathways deeper, making the problem feel bigger, more permanent, part of your identity even.
Wow. Rehearsing the problem. That's a powerful way to put it.
Isn't it? Complaining is comfortable. It gives you something to say when you don't want to act. It's a substitute.
But comfort never creates change.
Definitely.
Ever. It just keeps things the same. Which, if you're complaining, isn't what you want. But what's great here is the simplicity of the proposed solution. It's almost startlingly simple. Replace every complaint with one clear next step.
Just one.
Just one. Not a whole strategy, not a big plan. One immediate, actionable step. The moment you feel that complaint bubbling up, pause, breathe, ask yourself, okay, what can I do about this right now? In the next 5 minutes, the next hour. You don't need the perfect solution instantly. You just need the next step.
Break the inertia.
Precisely. One step creates movement. A complaint creates, well, nothing, just stagnation. Reinforces feeling like a victim. Now, frustration, overwhelm. Those feelings are okay. They're human. Feel them. Acknowledge them. But don't let them become your default language, your belief system. Because once complaining is your go-to script, it becomes your reality. A self-fulfilling prophecy of staying stuck.
Just think about it. How often do we say things like, ugh, I'm so sick of this situation, or nothing ever works out for me, or why me?
All the time.
And then nothing. No action follows. Hours, days, years can just vanish while we're busy describing what's wrong instead of fixing it.
It's a huge energy leak. Mental and emotional resources just drained.
You don't need more time to complain about the problem. You don't need another chance to rehash it. You need clarity on the next step. The antidote is simple. Trade every complaint for one clear action.
Feeling frustrated. Okay,
Mhm.
Acknowledge it. Then immediately ask, what one thing would make this even slightly better? And do it. Do it tired. Do it scared. Do it unmotivated. Just do it. That's how you break the cycle.
Wow.
Action over rumination. Every time. And building this habit, this immediate redirection, is key. The second you catch yourself starting to complain, stop. Requires real self-awareness.
Catch it early.
Yes. Ask those practical, immediate questions. What can I do in the next 20 minutes?
Yeah.
What tiny task have I been avoiding? What habit can I reset today, not tomorrow? And then act. Don't overthink. Don't catastrophize. Just move, even a tiny bit. And when your brain tries to pull you back into that complaining groove, say it out loud, firmly. I don't need to complain. I need to complete.
I like that. Complain versus complete.
It's powerful, right? That one sentence can shift your whole day. From passive venting to active problem solving, complaints weaken you, reinforce helplessness, action strengthens you, build competence, self-trust, agency, feel the feeling, name it, then immediately ask, what's my next step? That puts you back in charge. Proves you're stronger than your reaction, taking your power back.
How you talk to yourself, it just matters so much. More than we often think. Every word, every phrase you repeat internally, it shapes how you see yourself. It becomes part of your identity, your self-concept.
It really does. It sinks deep.
And if those words are consistently weak, negative, full of doubt, well, that's the version of you end up living as. Your in-world dictates your outer world. But the flip side, when you consciously choose words you'd actually be proud to hear, words of strength, respect, care.
Something shifts, doesn't it?
Yeah, something inside just rises. You start believing in your own worth again. Not as something to earn, but as something inherent. You act with more dignity, less from a place of defeat, reacting to failures all the time.
And the material points out, most people don't talk to themselves with pride. They talk with regret, shame, replaying mistakes constantly. And that just breaks them down, mentally, emotionally, leaves them stuck, trapped by the past. And here's a core truth, host, that's really quite revolutionary. It's echoed in psychology, too. Self-respect. It doesn't come after success. Success actually starts with self-respect.
It's the foundation, not the reward.
Exactly. And that crucial self-respect, it's built brick by mental brick with the words you choose for yourself. Now, this isn't about lying to yourself. It's not toxic positivity, ignoring reality.
Right, not just pretending everything's great.
No. It's about being honest, yes, but without crushing your own spirit. It's choosing words that reflect the future you're building, the person you're becoming, not dwelling on past failures. It's a future-focused strategy. And the material gives these great examples of language shifts, powerful ones, instead of, I'm not good at this, which locks you in place.
Fixed mindset.
Right. You choose. I'm learning. I'm getting stronger. It's a process. See, acknowledges reality, but emphasizes growth.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, great, I messed up again, which is just resignation.
Yeah, sounds defeated.
You shift to, okay, that was my mistake. I take responsibility, and I'm fixing it now. That's agency, corrective action. And instead of comparing, I'm just not like those other successful people.
The comparison trap.
Exactly. You choose the focused, empowering. My journey is my own. I'm focused on building the best version of me. These small shifts, they create huge changes in your self-perception, how you handle challenges, how you show up.
Your brain is always listening, isn't it? Your emotions respond. Your actions eventually follow that internal tone. This is about breaking free from those old negative labels, maybe ones others gave you or ones you sadly adopted yourself. And the material offers daily practices again, turning self-talk into self-coaching. Like when you wake up, say something powerful before your feet hit the floor. I'm proud I keep showing up. I'm not.
Declarations of purpose.
Self-worth.
Yeah. And when challenges hit during the day, because they always do.
Life happens. Use your words to build strength, not add pressure. Feeling tired. Okay. I've done a lot. Still going. One step. Made a mistake. My fault. Own it. Know how to fix it or learn from it. Feeling behind. This is temporary. I've handled worse. I will again.
Leading yourself through it with support, not criticism. And again, this isn't fake. It's not delusion. It's strategy based on psychology. You're training your mind. Solve, don't surrender. The material says beautifully, pride isn't built on outcomes. It's built on effort. And that effort is reinforced by your language.
Ah, that's good. Effort, not outcomes.
Yeah. When you talk like someone who shows up, puts in the work, stays resilient, you build this internal foundation. Self-trust, resilience, it can't be shaken by a bad day or a setback. It's your internal locus of control. Every word is a brick, building this mental home. Day by day, a sanctuary that supports you, doesn't tear you down.
Yeah.
Look, the world throws enough pressure at you, right? Enough criticism, enough expectations. Don't let your inner voice join that chorus. Be the voice that keeps you steady, proud, reminds you why you're still trying, still growing, stronger words, stronger actions, clearer words, clearer progress. It's about leading your mind toward the future you want, fueled by self-respect.
Okay, this one hits deep too. Those truths we carry, the ones we've maybe never said out loud, not even whispered to ourselves, the unspoken stuff.
Yeah, we hold it in maybe out of fear, shame, just discomfort. In that silence, it feels safe maybe, but it gets heavier. It makes us feel stuck, confused, disconnected from ourselves, really. And the material makes this critical point, avoidance. It's not peace, it's just delay.
Kick the can down the road.
Exactly. Silence feels safe, but it just protects the old patterns, the ones keeping you stuck. If you really want to grow, truly move forward, you have to break the silence. You have to be willing to say the things that make your chest tight, your hands shake a bit, because often those are the words holding the key to your next level, your liberation. And what's fascinating is how avoidance, not speaking the truth, makes small problems feel enormous, like monsters in the closet.
Yeah, they grow in the dark.
They really do. It's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
But the moment you speak it, the material says the monster shrinks. Instantly. You name it, you own it, you bring it into the light, and then you can start dismantling its power. You can change it. These unspoken truths, these difficult admissions, they aren't weaknesses. They're starting points for real transformation. Honesty, even the hard kind, it's the bedrock, the absolute foundation for any real growth. You just can't build strength on silence and buried truths. It doesn't work. Progress starts with clarity, and clarity comes when you bravely speak what you've been avoiding. Holding it in gives it subconscious power over you. It influences you without you even realizing it. Totally. But the moment you speak it, maybe just to yourself, maybe write it down, maybe tell someone trusted you, immediately regain control. You start taking its power away. It's a huge shift from being controlled by fear and secrets to taking charge of them, taking charge of your life. Vocalizing it releases that emotional charge.
And even if you don't know the next step right away, just saying it, just voicing that truth, that itself is a profound act of leadership in your own life.
Absolutely. It's taking a stand.
It's how you stop hiding from yourself, finally acknowledging what's been festering there, holding you back. It's saying, my well-being matters, my progress matters, and you can start small. The material suggests just one sentence. Maybe it's, I'm not proud of how I've been using my time. Simple, honest. Or, I've been holding on to X resentment, belief, and I need to let it go. Or even, I know what needs to change in an area of life, but I've been afraid to admit it.
Just say it plainly. No judgment, no excuses.
Because progress doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It starts the moment that silence ends. Real maturity isn't waiting for permission to face reality. It's choosing to speak, choosing to face it. Because it's time to move forward on your terms.
And yeah, breaking the silence, it's uncomfortable. It can feel scary. Our brains hate discomfort.
For sure.
But what's scarier, the material emphasizes, is the cost of not speaking, the cost of silence. Silence traps you, keeps you repeating the same cycles, stagnating, unfulfilled, your growth, your transformation. It's waiting on the other side of that difficult, honest conversation with yourself, the words you're avoiding. They might be the exact words that unlock everything. Freedom, clarity, direction. When you break your silence, you don't just speak truth. You liberate yourself from the past. You create the possibility of a different future, an authentic one.
Doubt. It doesn't exactly knock politely, does it?
Yep, barges right in.
Totally. Shows up loud, quiet, sneaky, a second you think about doing something important, something difficult, something new, outside the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And here's the crucial insight from the material. If you don't actively interrupt that doubt, it will absolutely shape your day, your week, your life. Doubt wins when you hesitate, when you do nothing. It gets stronger when you stay quiet, let it just fester. It feeds on inaction.
Inaction is its fuel.
But here's the powerful reframe, the liberating idea. Doubt is not a signal to stop.
What is it then?
It's a signal to act. It's a challenge, an invitation to step up. Prove it to yourself. It's your system testing your commitment.
And you don't fight doubt by thinking more, analyzing more, waiting for certainty to magically appear. That's usually just more paralysis.
Paralysis.
The material's advice is punchy. You crush doubt with one strong decision. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to change your whole life instantly. It just has to move you forward, even slightly. Affirm your agency.
One choice, one action.
That's it. That decision becomes your proof. Proof you're in control, not the fear. Proof you're leading your life. It's like dropping an anchor. And confidence, it doesn't come first. Decisions come first.
Oh, that's interesting. Decide first, feel confident later.
Basically.
Yeah.
You don't wait to feel certain. You create certainty with the first move. Every time doubt shows up, it's a test. Are you serious about this? Hesitate. Doubt takes over, grows bigger. But interrupt it quickly, decisively. You build momentum, and momentum obliterates hesitation. Movement. That's the cure for uncertainty. Not more thinking. Movement, even when scared.
And the material gives really practical, everyday examples. How to interrupt doubt with decisions. Okay, morning victory. Doubt whispers, stay in bed. Your decision isn't to debate it, it's just up, begin.
First win of the day. Mental victory. Sets the tone.
Exactly. Then work out hesitation, feeling like skipping. The negotiation starts.
Oh yeah, the internal debate club.
Your decision isn't to weigh pros and cons. It's shoes on, out the door. That first tiny step breaks the spell. Project paralysis, that big daunting task, doubt swirling. Decide. Timer on, 30 minutes, start. Just a small block. Breaks the inertia, shows progress is possible, and life direction, doubt, feeling lost. Big decision looming. Decide on the next 3 small, concrete steps you can take today towards clarity. Tiny steps matter.
The key is the decision itself, isn't it? The clarity of choosing, that's what disrupts the doubt, not necessarily the size of the step. Because the real danger of doubt, it's not just the bad feeling, what it makes you skip.
The missed opportunities.
Exactly. It steals moments, steals chances, and over time it creates this widening gap between who you are and who you could be. Builds a wall. But here's the good news. Every strong decision, every time you choose action over paralysis, it closes that gap, brick by brick, brings your potential closer to reality. This is how real mental strength is built, not by avoiding doubt impossible, but by interrupting it.
Yeah.
Consistently, quickly, decisively. The strongest people,
Mm-hmm.
they aren't doubt-free. They just don't wait to feel brave. They don't wait for the right time.
They make the time right.
By acting with purpose, choosing based on values, not fear. Look, you already know what you need to do. You thought about it, probably overthought it. The message is clear. Stop imagining. Decide. Decide to take step 1. Decide to ignore the doubt noise. Decide to act anyway. The material puts it perfectly. When doubt speaks, you respond with a decision. Not later, not tomorrow, now.
Now.
Because the longer you wait, the louder doubt gets. But the moment you decide, doubt shrinks. You take your power back. Hashtag outro.
Wow. Okay, that was quite a deep dive. Really exploring the power, the nuances of our inner voice. We covered so much ground. Understanding its power as that architect. Reframing lazy. Reclaiming time. Getting specific with truths.
Turning complaints into action.
Yeah.
Building that genuine inner pride.
Yeah. Breaking the silence of avoidance and then finally interrupting doubt with those strong decisions. It's a whole internal landscape we've navigated.
And the thread running through all of it, consistently from this material, is that your inner voice isn't just a passive listener. It's actively leading. Every word, every quiet choice you make inside your head, it's setting the direction, determining the trajectory of your life. It's a powerful call, really. Lead yourself with intention, with clarity, with purpose. Forge your future from the inside out.
And this whole deep dive, it wasn't just about giving you more information to think about. It was about handing you, our listener, the keys to your own internal kingdom. This material, Lead Your Life, Master Your Inner Voice, it's such a potent reminder. The transformation you're looking for, it's not out there somewhere. It's right here, inside you, waiting for you to tap into it. Through intentional talk, decisive action.
You really don't have to stay stuck. You don't. Change starts so simply, with the words you choose to speak to yourself. And that change, it can start right now, this moment. The version of you who respects time, embraces honesty, acts despite doubt. That person isn't a future fantasy. They're ready. Right now, inside you, waiting for your command. All they need is your next strong decision today. So the question you leave you with to really reflect on and hopefully act on is, what will that decision be for you?